and greetings. This is How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. I'm Kelly Jack, your host here on the Dyfed Rex channel. Dyfed Rex is me as well. I used to write under that name, though I didn't get too successful at it. Hey, so this is the Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game sessions, and welcome to episode 26, I think it is. Oh my goodness, it is. Episode 26. Wow. I didn't think I'd last this long. Anyhow, we're still only up to 1973. I gotta go ahead and unpause the game. We'll be saving in December. And the trick now is this line here could really tie into here somehow, some way. And I'm thinking that would let me knock some things down. And I also, like I said last time, kind of want to clean up that diagonal feeder line because I'm getting enough other connections in that I don't need those kind of lines anymore. Anyhow, let's see what we can do. And initial dispatch says, time to build me a rail bypass. That's hard to do on this one here. So what I'm going to do is actually drop the bridge fast as I can and replace it with something like this. Because I'm going to be doing some eliminations, it will let me, quite frankly, eliminate things. So let's see what I can do here. There we go. Extend this down to about here, and that's where I'm going to do a spur change, sort of, to allow everything to come back together right here. And then this route, because it's going off to that side, I'm going to go ahead and give it a bit of an angle shot to do that and take out that area. So I didn't really save much in rail on that piece yet, but long run this is going to work out, I hope. Take out that guy there. Now I can take and run this across. I can also take out that one section of rail, make it like that, do the proper change line, because this has now got those connections. It'll prevent it from utilizing that. Clear this guy out. We're getting there, gang. We're getting there. Do that, and this actually, yeah, right there. The switch will protect here, and there's enough interims along here to do that guy. So we're looking pretty good. Now it's that one and that one are in place. We've got a line down to here, and it's time to take and fix at the actual destination. So to fix that destination, I'm going to have to do some lowering of the train. step, do that quick terraforming so that I've got a better ramp up. We're going to bring both of these up that way. I don't mind this one still coming in the back. Matter of fact, I like that. I'm just going to make this a pass through. And we're going to get the rail, bring him up to here, do this as a pass through for dispatch purposes only, put a signal to hold everything right there so that they tend to not be affected as much by it. And that will allow me to enter my trains a little bit better. Now it is time to expand that station just a little bit back and do some destruction work here. Take out the bridge to force the transfer to that, take out that bridge, and we'll blow that section there. Switch to the correct cleaning line, and we are abandoning rail line here. Another thing you can do, and I think I'll show you right now, if you hold the control key, I've shown you that before, you can run over something and downgrade it, and that would let you set it up that way. Would also let you do this kind of stuff where we don't need to get onto that line anymore because he's got another entrance. And then over here we'll be able to drop this bridge once I clear all this out. Checking where both trains are. Both trains are tight to each other, unfortunately. And I'm going to dispatch out of Ashlock Center this time when I add a third train to that run. And yes, I am going to add a third train just to see if it can run it. All right. So I'm going to leave this stretch for right now as sort of like an announcement line. And then I can take out this stretch of rail. But we're not taking out the bridge because, frankly, that bridge has a purpose. This bridge over here, not so much. Nope. Yeah, we got a problem. That little ridge is causing us some problems here. I was trying to see if there was a way to circumvent him. Dispatching out of Ashlock. Get me that Abro set up. I'm just going to do a 2-car Abro. Now let's do the 3. So we get the full 90. And that was the new Ash Pax Looper. And kind of see where I'm at. I want some pretty good separation, so I want the back train to be at least to back train to at least Devil's Tooth. Now we do have a problem of there is a delay at Devil's Tooth now. We're going to take that delay out in the schedule. So see what we can get started up here. By the time he hits the station, he'll be at Devil's Tooth, so that'll be good. And that will be a good amount of separation. Got some cleanups still over here. we're going to go ahead and do that one little cleanup like this and take out that section, which will let me put the dispatch switch for Twin Manors Depot there. Gets more of a bigger train out onto the loop at any given time. Now, another thing I need to do is take out this little zig to improve speeds along there. I don't care if it goes all the way through because, frankly, this is an issue spot. I'd rather have them come up here and do a horseshoe turn on any dispatch that goes down that way from here. And again, looking it over, trying to figure out where I can save some little bits of money along the way. I think one thing I am going to do is ooh, hey, when did you take an unlock and go back? Didn't stop it. Guess it did glitch. Every once in a while it will glitch. I am doing a little bit of ground raising here to make up for the cut that I'm going to here. There we go. There we go. All right, now we're going to make a cut. Oops, didn't need that. There we go. Now we're going to take him kind of like this to straighten out this line a little bit. Take out the bridge. Again, this is a lot of little work items is all. Oops. Connect him up. And then take out that stretch right there. Looking a lot better. And we do have him looking a lot better. This guy up here, what's his issue? Passengers and arrived passengers. So it is the number of passengers getting there. Hopefully we can start turning that around. With the loop train, but that's a long ride. Unfortunately, that's a long loop. And I am considering adding another station right in here, taking out this one, and sort of making a different type of station. These are issues that I have been aware of, that I am needing to think about some high-speed lines that don't stop, have an express. As I sip my tea here. Yes, I switched to herbal tea at this time of night. It is rather late at night. Another spot we can take and do for a few more speed items right here, kind of like that, and then wait until the train blows through. He did jiggle a little bit because of the thing. He tried to turn around but then realized, hey, there is a line. All right. Everything seems to be going through that bottleneck pretty good now. And so I am going to take out one more abandoned rail section so that I have just a little bit less, and hopefully I can rapidly drop that down and also eliminate some of this electrical work. So let's close out the rail, open up the special, run the power line a lot straighter. There we go. Take out the sections that did the big loop before. Now we're looking a lot better. And drop that bridge to replace it very rapidly with hard rail. There we go. Ground level rail. A few more bridges out, a few more other items out. Let's take a look at a quick peek at our finances because it is into November. Looking pretty darn good. We still about a $500,000 away. Last month was November, ended up at 302, so we were an improvement. I knew that was going to be a good month. This month is not looking as good, but that's mainly because we did dispatch a new train. And of course, it's the down period here. Okay, looking it over, looking it over, looking it over. Everything is looking a little bit good. I did have a possibility to take and straighten this out and get rid of that diagonal piece, and then be able to go straight here in. That is an item I am considering. Another item I'm considering is the fact that we have two different trains here serving the ore hauler, and I am considering discontinuing ore hauler 2 line as a separate line and just transferring the train over to that. To do it, I would need it to finish filling and close out. Let's take a peek at which one is ore hauler 2. Freight, and we're looking for taconite ore hauler 2. What were the names again? The Duds. Okay, so it's the Duds. High Ridge Dud. Tanner Duds too. There he is. So taking a peek at which one he is not the one currently loading. So that might actually be a good time to tell him to go to that nearest depot. We're going to dispatch him out back to the depot. Close things down for a minute. Not necessarily going to follow him. Having shown you how to take and do the, if you want to leave the rail, sort of a legacy rail to take and pick up, maybe use at a later date and not allow somebody else to snag, that's a good way to do it in a competitive game. Next up, I don't really need these two connecting. I need one of them, not both. don't need this stretch here, and I could probably even get away with just a quick stretch off here to this and eliminate this instead. Because I really just don't need to dispatch that way. So again, take out a section of the rails. And then we will do a dispatch connect for this train to get one onto him and off of him faster in the future. Right there. Looking pretty good. Another reason I'm thinking about a straighten is if I straighten these two, I can shorten the bridge. That is the high cost $80 a month versus $50 a month bridge. So yeah, even a one savings is, well, almost $1,000 a year. 960 bucks per bridge segment per year. Still have a few spots like here where we've got the raised rail instead of a ground surface. I kind of like those. Looking it over just a tad bit further for any other spots that we could do a straighten on. Can't really do one there. I don't like it because if you take a look, it means I've got a diagonal under the stone arch bridge, which I don't like, as we know. Get my north back to the traditional north, go to the depot we dispatched this guy to, grab the magnifying glass one, and I am kind of curious. Let's see which size. He's got the 60-ton cars. Max current size is that 60-ton car. That does leave him at 97 kilometers an hour. And that might be why this line was not. Well, it was making money. So was this one. So we're just going to take and consolidate him as all. So they're both going to be on the ore hauler line. And now with the ore hauler 2 line cleared, we can close it out. No, we can't. Why? Because we don't have the right signal there. Now we do. So he's going to pick the correct spot to go into as to which one of the 2 bays is open. And with those steps, I think we have improved quite a bit. Coming back to here, we're going to take one look at that all important vehicle earnings. And we actually have one that's not making money. It's the Petro tanker. But I think that's incorrect. It's made that much in its lifetime. It's just the current month he's still in transit, so that's why. All right. So we got to get these guys finished fixing. I'm going to go ahead and consolidate the Remus lines into one, and we'll see what we can do. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I